So the commentary on the Mahamudra of the oral transmission of Gelu tradition, then to explain in a very elaborate way, based on experience, will not be possible.
Da chachi zawa je yong lang le ya reba chen be gang ma ji ge de ne chu su men du mong de yo ma re zawa chachi zawa nyong re de ma di ma reba je ge de ne shira phe men no go ru re.
So also the root text on the Mahamudra, it's the great part of the victorious ones. The root text itself is very short, but also that to explain from the root text will not be of great help.
Chachi sene de la ni dong ni gong ju re dong ba ni gong ya de la ka sin ka ni ne tu jun she de ya dong ba ni ji go re yin ne du gong to ne da wa chu lu ji ne da to ne gong ba chu lu ji ni yo re.
And so the anyway, the Mahamudra, the subject itself, is related to emptiness, meditation on emptiness, and there are two possible ways. One is to seek the right the right view from the meditation, and one is to seek to meditate with the right view. So there are two possible ways connected with the meditation on Mahamudra.
Chashin wo ji ti da ni la ren lu jung che ne ni ji de chachi sin de yo tong bu ji go re.
So the so actually for this type of teaching about Mahamudra, that one must at least have the common grounds from the side of the Lamrim. One must have a precise understanding of Lamrim, and also that one must have gone through certain level of certain amount of mental training, and also one must already have certain experience with the bodhicitta, enlightened state of mind.
Lam ji zo na song re lam ji zo na song min ju jiang xin yang da be da wa song ge na ni da jiang xin da min ju ni ko de dong yang da be da wa zhe ya ge de di.
And so here one comes to speak of the three principles, which are the renunciation and bodhicitta and right understanding, the right view with respect to emptiness. And so based on the first two, the renunciation and the bodhicitta, one has to achieve the correct view of emptiness.
Lo jung la mo de chu ji de chu den ba xia mo de chu den ba xia de lo jung de la mo de chang xu xin ge mo de chang xu ma ji gong ni ji ya ni chang xu xin ji sa wa ji lo jung ge da li ya re.
So, so it's only said that that for mental training, that one has to have the understanding of the values and the meaning of bodhicitta, and so this subject is already much higher, and one has to have at least certain experience of bodhicitta in order to be able to practice Mahamudra.
So
the whole practice of Mahamudra, the Great Seal, can be divided into three. The first, the preliminary stage, and the actual meditation, and the conclusion. So the as Rinpoche had already said before, the Mahamudra, the great seal, it relates to the emptiness.
Rangi simla denpa zelo di yusha. Chilo ge be zuso denpa chumaru tsu de ya di kachide ki sheba asewari. Pento yo mari.
And His Holiness said that without turning one's mind towards oneself, towards one's own inner consciousness, and try to seek the understanding of the outer objects, like the forms and so forth. So these sort of things are turned outward, so will not be helpful in this practice.
Janjarudu ki tawe nyangu nala nawa leling di shani gaja rajin shi suwa nodi. Dendri ama yiri te na rang rung di yoge mindu us. Ama ngunzen si yori. Tongba jen ama ngunzen maru chi ngunzen gi injori. Cheza ama se tongye li si yori. Wese li si diwa. Tendo yani toma meba di yuwa de mayu wese. Sato tongye tobe wese, sato jela pu wese. Wese mabundi si yori. Cheza tongba nyege nelu utila rang lan tongwe dendu ling nyaba di yusha. Te daje maje wache. Shu de no de sim la noya di yusha. Chilo le dema zhu da ma zhu rang yi zhu ma zhu cing yi zhu ma zhu. Adi zueba shada chen de ge je de indi. Ane pen togu mi du song re.
So, according to the great master Chancha Rovedoji, he had recited some verses which contains the
Tije jo mo go shin. No ling di sha ni sa rang ge sim de be rang shi zhu ling no de adi yu sha jo re. No lu su song lo ma dang che. Ga ju ra jin shi che de ga ja rang shi zhu chi zai ni chi lu le ra go xin ji zai ge du jo re.
So the
ling de ji be rang shi zhu be dong ba ti mo le yo ma re jo ti yu ge min du.
So according to this great master Chancha Rovedoji, he said that the inherent existence, that what appears to be truly established to one's mind, and one leaves this totally aside and then seeks to solve problems with the help of some certain external objects, and so that sort of attitude will not help to solve this problem.
Da dambo temba la jubu go tamba chengru. Teba shimbalangu jubu go simje. Kazam mayimba be ju kungi shigu soya kondutila.
So now for the preliminary stage of this practice of Mahamudra, that it needs first of all to take refuge in the three jewels, and that is like the entrance way to the practice of Mahamudra, and followed by generation of enlightened state of mind, bodhicitta. So all this part belong to the preliminary stage of the practice of Mahamudra.
Tamboten da teaching la jobe go da jongshin cher. Kazan si zama yimbi jangdu sinje ne den ja sia de jangdu ya go jime na temba la ma ju bari. Nama sanji be de la ma su bari. Simje de ya go jama jona teba chimbu de la ma su bari. Then chaji chimbu mi da den pengi yo mare.
So without taking refuge, then one will not be included within the Buddhist. One will not be considered as a Buddhist. And if one does not generate the body mind, the bodhicitta, then there's no way to enter in the practice of the great vehicle. And so without those bases, then the practice of the great seal will not have any results.
Chiruda nambagi chebar de gari go ni che go re se na. Chebe go ni che wa da go ni che ni yo re. Chebe go ni che ni jangdu yo me go ni sha ba re.
And the differentiation whether one is could be considered as a Buddhist or not could be checked from the side of the conduct and from the side of the view. And conduct is that whether one is taking the refuge in the three jewels,
Tawa Gundishana, Tawakata, Chaji Kelembal number, the Kemen Lembal Chiribas. Joba Gundishana, Joba Kadaji Chaji, Yoji already, so Jundu Guni Chibuate, Lume Shendibada, Lama Selimba, Yame Chochimbo, so Keru Mambujavari.
So His Honor said, from the with respect to the view that there are four different views, which testify one to be Buddhist from the side of the view, and from the side of the conduct. Although there are also similarly four aspects, but the main thing is the taking refuge in the three jewels, and which is the thing which actually distinguishes the person whether to be considered as a Buddhist or not, and that is even confirmed by those great masters such as like Shantipa and Atisha and so forth.
Jesus sabendo sona sajibende sona sona dire o karshugure jangrume chuba me songyore.
And according to the great Sakya Panchen, and he said if one does not take refuge, then he is not even a practitioner of Dharma.
Padamba sanje gya tingro asla kala nandi Luni Johnson Kunju Song La De Chenlo Shu Lan Jong Tingriwa Song Yore.
And even according to an advice of great Indian Ambassador Patamba Sanje, he gave once very concise advice to the people in Tingri, a place in Tibet. He said, if one turns one's chest, one's heart, and one's lung totally to the three jewels, then the blessings of the three jewels spontaneously flow to oneself.
Sosa region Yabuma Jenny Yomare. Singinello Tongo Yan Sosa region La Debe, Yejam Bonza, Tonshani, Jasha Gamon Hontoni, Tusun Sanje Tanjeda, Yime Zava Lamala, Nin Sunde, Yanja Sun Yokorala, Jaza Ali Dambo, Tebachimu, Sanji Tembalanju, Godamba Jumrula Nedela. Tebachimbalanju, Chachi Simzilla Kazan Sizama Iba Yataji Pegum, Janusinche Kazan Sizama Iba.
So, in order to be able to see the true nature of one's mind in the actual practice of Mahamudra, that must be preceded by proper accumulation of merit and the proper purification, and based on the on the 100,000 recitations of the Vajrasattva mantra, and as well as the recitation of the prayers to 35 Buddhas, and then taking refuge in the three jewels and generation of enlightened mind. So this must precede prior to seeing the true nature of one's mind.
Jandru Sinje Mende, Doji Simba Gunde, Lamen Angels Jenny, Trishin Tanya Daviore. Jandru Sinje the Jigri Shavar, Mende the Jiri, Doji Simba Gunde, Lamen Angel. All the Chi Siade, Trangasan Budi Long Pengomari. Simgutola Pemba Yovaji Majeva Kandidron Yave, Ko Shirashida Trangado de Pentoashu Yomari, Kandarime Tebu.
So, according to all the four schools of Tibetan Buddhism, that we all have in common these four preliminary practice, which include the taking of the refuge and the generation of bodhicitta as one, and then the next one is the offering of the mandala, and the practice of Guru Yoga, and the practice of Vajrasattva meditation, and so that should be done where one completely sort of integrates one's mind with the practice, and just sort of a verbal recitation without mind being participating in the practice will not help. So His Honour said the great the poet master Milarepa, that when he went to his great master Marpa, that Miller was the chief disciple of Marpa, the great translator of master, and the type of teachings that he received is very much like the teachings of Lamrim. He received all the principles of the path, such as like the cultivation of great compassion, the bodhicitta, and understanding of the law of karma and impermanence, and all these important points of Lamrim were taught to Milarepa by his master Marpa.
Milarepa guru ti sampe chambe ure lo te tena yori ya ngazo Lamrim na je saje jam be ti karkado ma je je ta chocho de yo mare de khungu nyan ze ya de ngor sun ja de korang che lo da lo de karche na me khung je la ji gi ni me da ko ni me gong se re me khung je se ya de nge sun sun ane me ndere wa la tsiri mo je me ma yin be me khung ji me kuma 타고 지워 라루 지워 랭고 유노 그래서 로다 전전이 시 me kuma 제를 되게 셰니 공게 me kuma 제를 셰니 아니 네 메다 코에 님이고 me 저 메다 보고 코에 님이고 아니 레주르기 출래 내대 지금 요소 내대 지금 저 공주 손로 로도 로포도 손 다 me kuma 제를 셰니가 손을 셰 아니 다나지 메다 보고 저 메다 보고 레주르기 출래 내대 레레 야고소 아니 저 공주 손로 로포도 저도 야고 제거요 더 장수 생기 저 장베스 장수 생데 내대지 공부이 바샤디베 조남 제서 되네 바샤기 디버스가 가람다 너와지는 주문 도스 되네 가로가로 돈이 도로치기도 송기요리 상에 손손라 냥아메스 당아 손내 손은 누구야 셔야 매 송기요리 자 알아서 네 송기도메는 마고 님이 마고 그에 님이는 마고 레준데리 스타신 타와는 마송 손좀 받으자 렌데 야고지 하야 마고
So His Honour said that if we read the poems of Milarepa, which contain the great instructions, and the content of his poems are exactly the contents of the Lamrim, except that you don't find in the order like in the present of the Lamrim, but all this contain the great advice and instructions for the reader. And he said one of the poems that he being sort of frightened from the 8 unfavorable states, such like the three states of three bad migrations, and the long-lived God, and then the remote place where there's no possibility to practice Dharma, and such and such, there are 8 unfavorable conditions. So he, being sort of frightened from those, then he tried to put into practice of whatever he had learned, seeing the disadvantage of the cyclic existence, and with a proper understanding of the impermanence and understanding of the law of karma, and with full devotion in the 3 jewels, and then he went into practice and tried to develop bodhicitta, and was able to purify a great amount of imprint, the negative imprints, and was about to achieve the great realizations. And so he said now he was no longer sort of afraid of those bad migrations. And so on the other hand, that we we do not follow this example of great masters. So we, on the other hand, either that we do not find time to meditate or to practice, or even if that we do practice, then everything sort of remains on superficial level.
다다 송에 밀라르비 코랑이 냐렌데 송고요리 데데들이 제와이 당에 송송의 냐나메 성에 송 셰구메 송 코랑이 제루리 다 밀바 슈 송디 게담미게 레나라 준데 다버 마삼나 녜소 동에 메즈베 타신 타베 나메라 바요 템베 센장 셀리스 오다 게담미게 레지나멘 데불베 타신베 준데 다베 남브다바 야고지 레레지 송니 레레 타신 마송나 녜송고 동한테 저타비요 마레 then touch be leji na me de tenshi ba yu ya wo ji ge tenbe senba ji sho tenbe senjang cel na ro na che ber da
so that was his reference to his practice, and said through that practice that he had attained to such a state that he was no longer sort of that he had no longer sort of having any fears from those bad migrations and from sufferings, and said that he also said that we should try to follow that example, and because that if we do not precisely understand the law of karma, then it is possible that we keep on accumulating unwholesome causes, and so that's producing more and more sufferings, and the suffering that we have to undergo will be unbearable amount. So therefore we are told to make a good use of mindfulness and conscience, not to accumulate unwholesome causes.
me songi do me chewa me da ba le junde ge chu ka chang song che zo me la ri be lo ma zu be mu nu bu ge den yin za chu shul ga re ze song ne gong chu jan de yo ta ma rang zu gu bu zu le de cha ja la ne ping ge yo ma re ma pen ba yin za be shi sin re zhe chen de sa jie zhang be shi jing ta ro bu jia la ri na la mu du bu zu be ta du bu zu ya la le chi ya ge la ri de she se bu shi ga yo Yori Laurin to show Laurin to should a gilu bechu have massage some mari.
So his Holiness said so in those days then at the time of Milarepa, that the type of person who come to his teachings were all very fortunate ones, and persons were with a great capacity, with a great ability of understanding, and just giving by one shlok of teaching would be enough to produce the highest result. And so for us that even if that we are told one particular teaching even for 100 times, so that we have difficult to understand, and even though that everything is sort of ready-made in the Lamrim, but yet we have difficult to follow, and so therefore so many people think that when they were told the importance of the Lamrim practice, then they think that this is something of inferior type of practice which belongs to Gilu tradition.
La junto Madashin Shaman Malona, Kuazora Meju, Tanji Jumri Shibu, Gonjonia Butan, Celis Jibu Nigalam de Sumari, Kualang Joji Sapato.
So in that what Rinpoche explained before, that contains the part with respect to the man of initial level motivation, and then the next lines which contains the necessity to recognize the disadvantages of making use of the different objects by different senses of one's body. If one does not develop disadvantage, then naturally one will remain sort of attracted to those objects, and this shows the part of the intermediate level motivation.
你说有的，入住新鲜爬马了，这不去真的没数呢，提把面包过月卷，提起这个全部，讲究性了，那不讲菜是提把全部冷，大人人都听不懂，好多说，提把这不送个冷了，提把讲就是什么结果把它送给我。
And then in the next lines, Mela was referring to the sentient beings and the need to develop compassion, and that will produce bodhicitta, the enlightened state of mind. So that is a reference to the practice of the man of advanced level motivation. So the chief disciple of Milarepa was Dakpal Haji, and of whose life has already been explained by His Holiness in the last few weeks. And so through that master, the teaching of the Kagyu tradition, and as well as the teaching of the Mahamudra, so these two have been sort of transmitted in a single line through that master, Tapul Haji. And so it was said that when he transmitted those great teachings, it was said that there were 4 doctrines which were included in his teaching. The first one is that the first doctrine contained in that teaching is that one's mind being turned to the practice of Dharma is one. The second one is that the practice sort of done going smoothly without any obstacles. And a kind of following kind of path which is free of any faults. And the fourth one is to see even those faults to be as the wisdom, as to be the true wisdom.
So
so with meditation on the fully endowed human state and on impermanence, and and on impermanence and so forth. So this will then this will bring that this will then help one to proceed smoothly with one's practice, free of obstacles.
So the
last one, even those faults then could be transformed into wisdom, and that was the last point. That refers to the same idea which you find in the mental training, where it is said that even the unfavorable circumstances in practice could be transformed into favorable circumstances, assisting one's practice, and so that could happen through developing certain view, and so these two then have connections with one another.
Saja chigin saja goma saja gonga nimbu lobe sunan zimu jizan jaba jeze say ni yevo sung kabana sung no jizo jaba jinzengi shema jiji to do somebody.
So the from the Sakya tradition of Tibetan Buddhism, there were three the great masters, the three white masters or three white ones. That was the Sajin Kunga Nyingbo, and then Great Master Sonam Tsemo and Great Master Tapa Jansen. So the Master Tapa Jansen then taught also a teaching which contained the four the teachings, the free from four attachments. And so these four are: the first attachment, if one has attachment towards this life, then if one has this type of attachment towards this life, then one is no longer a true practitioner of Dharma. So as a matter of fact, that we all the teacher and all the disciples together, that we are in this respect no longer worthy to be considered as true practitioner of Dharma. And as long as that we have attachment towards the secular existence, then there's no way for developing true renunciation. And as long as that we have this self-centeredness, then there's no way to develop true enlightened mental attitude. And as long as that we have this grasping after true existence, then there's no way to achieve the correct view. So we said in the Sakya tradition that they have this system of dividing these four attachments, and so in the Gelu tradition that we have these three principles. So except the way of the presentation are different, but the meanings are exactly the same.
Zemba chungna tawa me sida, ona shenpa yubate miyo yage tabshi karchi nyebu kar tengo resa na tsindela shenpa nyebu tila tenjur tenshi nyega ta chewa me daba ta ngenru do me sumbu sanguri ta lamri chigore.
And the way to get rid of attachment towards this life is to meditate on this fully endowed human state, and on the great values of this fully endowed human form, and to meditate on the sufferings of the lower migrations. So that is the part of the man of initial level motivation. And with respect to the second, if one has attachment towards the secular existence, there's no way to achieve renunciation. For that, there's the need to meditate on secular existence in general, to find out all the different class of sufferings, like the 8 class of sufferings and the 6 class of sufferings, with respect to the general suffering which exists in existence, and then also the particular type of sufferings involving the whole secular existence, in order to divert this attachment towards the existence.
다 그에 동에 공 도다 도와라 산 도되는 도루래 모두 개요 말이 도 공은 거기 이번 중앙용자 코트 때거든 대가를 거르서 란사바 손을 거 그에 동에 되는 사바 손을 거 기본 진리지
So to meditate or to think that it is too bad to be in this existence, so this sort of thought will not help. So as a means to overcome this cycle of existence, that one needs to engage in the three higher trainings, and so that is the practice with respect to the man of intermediate level motivation.
다 다들 셴바 사람들 셴바들 오나 가르공고리스나 대녀부들 장니지 장슈심 마시 전전 전수 장바 니지 라삼 장슈심 공고다.
So the with respect to the third attachment, the self-centeredness, and to the way to get rid of that is to cultivate compassion, the bodhicitta, and by way of recognizing all sentient beings as one mother, and to remember their kindness, and so this sort of process then will help to get rid of this self-centeredness.
Zemba chunu tawa mensuan zemba tiki goshem nyebo kar gorisna zemba tele tsenzenri denzenri de kanza ge den chu den yori tela kanza ge dame chu dame sene dame gong dongye gong gori.
So with respect to the fourth attachment, that is the grasping the grasping for true existence, and for that there is the need to engage in the meditation on selflessness with respect to person and with respect to the phenomena. So through this then that grasping of true existence will be eliminated.
Doju tenju sema krejil chajane ta laurina shedebe jibu sunga lamde metama zani yomari jibare rusalanga derangri chulu surajil chejin degarangri mindalu marazi yor.
His Holiness said in whatever sutra, whatever tantra, whatever literature, or Buddhist literature, or whatever the whatever tradition, whatever teachings of the different tradition that you study about, that always that you find the three principles of the path, the renunciation of the bodhicitta and right understanding of the emptiness, is always to be found in all of those sources.
어다 신지 chuy에 통화도 라고 수도 통화도 등시 수지 통화 니제 신지 뭐 수도 통화도 동네 뭐 수도 통화라 안데레 대바 친부 이나니 개바 점에 담을 쳐사고리 바람 토고 바람마도 동네 뭐 수도 오마리 예중이네 바람 토고 등시 수지 통화도 서자 친구고리.
And His Holiness said with respect to understand emptiness, the emptiness directly with through one's consciousness in a direct manner, that needs one to attain first to the state of the superior, the part of seeing, and also there's the need prior to that accumulation of merits for one countless aeons. So that could produce the non-artificial understanding of the emptiness, and then even to get the mental image of emptiness also needs a lot of accumulation of merit.
강강 속에인데 단생게 된도리 대대는 산제 존대는 양간리 대갈라 갈래 메타벤도시 몽쇼송 셰신디자고 중을 그런소다 알고도 세네 다쇼송 진시부고는 통화가고 송네 진시부고 통가버리 대린처럼도 통을 단 양간리대네 철로제베도 진시와 중고말 통고말에서 산제 꾸엄바티지 송말에.
So His Holiness said that when we speak of this kind of practice, this kind of meditation, that it's not meant only for one session and then just leave it aside. it is something that one needs to continue on, and it's because the actually all of these troubles that we have to experience is because of not having meditated on impermanence, and the grasping after the true existence has always sort of deceived, and so that has spoiled everything. And so for that reason, that the Buddha, when he passed away, he told his disciples to take a look to his body, and he took off his upper dress, and then told disciples to take a careful look to his body, because it is very rare opportunity to see the body of a Buddha, and especially at the time of a period when the human beings only lived about 100 years, and it's very rare opportunity to see a body of a Buddha. So therefore he told them to take a careful look to his body. So what he told his disciples is that all the composed phenomena are impermanent, and the best understanding is the understanding of the impermanence, and the footprint is the footprint of a bull. So this is he said that was his last word he told to his disciples. So his Honor said when one seriously would engage in the practice of Mahamudra, the Great Seal, then you see that the need for preparation for that, the preliminaries, and otherwise that then to expand from that and to study from that is like more or less like a joke, more or less like a play, and So his Honor said the meditation on impermanence is not something that one needs only in context with meditation on the man of initial level motivation or man of intermediate level motivation, but even later, that when one is already quite advanced in the part, like in the mantra, in the sacred mantra practice, that the one needs to meditate on impermanence, and this is being made very clear by the great masters holding in their hands different items, different objects like thigh bones and like skull cups, and all these are to demonstrate the significance or the meaning of impermanence. So his Honor said without proper preparation for one's meditation on wisdom and emptiness, and such like having done properly the accumulation of merit and purification, then with a little intelligence, trying to come to the meditation of emptiness from the start, then saying that one doesn't need anything else except shunyata, the emptiness, and there's no need to respect the law of karma, and one doesn't need to be afraid of the accumulation of wholesome imprints. And if one does develop this kind of view, then he will naturally fall to one of the extremes of nihilism, and so he would sort of totally experience the great loss.
Today diri lende la sondun la tsung yabu che gore la diri yabu jongo go yore jongo sanje ge song yo dan yang doji ni bu jinji jele yigi jaba choga jini jita ne rin de dong su jinji la ji pyo yan ni me yo to cho na ji she tön san su ni je bu ja bon cha do ne de jo na number ta be da ni yo ye jan de ni za jin de na ane to pe ga ji yo ye jan bu di jin de na za dong da to bu re so choga jin song re nya bu to chang gon dong go re ma do da ga chi san de re men de ne to da yung song yo ma yigi jaba choga jin song yo re
so His Honor said so we must first have the proper understanding of the law of karma, and then we need to get through the proper methods of purification. And according to Buddha in Tantra, he taught that we need to recite the mantra of Vajrasattva 21 times a day, and this will stop the act of multiplying the unwholesome imprints that has already been accumulated. And if we would do this recitation for 100,000 times, that will also clear the root downfalls in case that one has committed any of them. But then doing recitation for 100,000 times, but with mind sort of totally wandering all the time, not fixed on not being fixed properly, that will not help. So one needs to do it with precisely with the mind sort of being fully concentrated on the object, and in such a way that one has the four antidotes completely participating in the practice. So that will be powerful. So even in the root text of the Great Seal, the Mahamudra, it says that that one, with respect to the preliminary stage of accumulation and purification, that one should recite 100,000 times the 100-syllable mantra of Vajrasattva, and also one should practice prostrations combined with the recitation of the prayers to 35 Buddhas.
Dongshan de na sanje ge chen je ne te ba che ba Allah langola shang la ma sha ba yo yi su ye rang yo ho yo che zang pong bu song be do se du wa pong bu song be do sa pong bu song de ne je ba da ye rang da ho song la pong bu song che wa so we je pong bu do do ka do yo de.
So in the prayers to 35 Buddhas, His Honor said, you find not only that you are reciting the names of those 35 Buddhas, but also the recitation of the names of Buddhas will be followed by a part which contains the confession oneself, and that is followed by the act of rejoicing, and that is followed by the dedication. So this we usually call these the practice with three aggregates, with three parts. So these three parts, the one is to generate a true repentance, and the act of rejoicing, and act of dedication at the end. So these are the three parts of the practice. So with respect to the practice of Guru Yoga, that just simply reciting the verse which contains the name of one's master, or simply to recite a mantra which contains the name of one's master, and simply to call out in the name of one's master, so that alone will not be regarded as the practice of Guru Yoga.
Nisilezo tam chegin jone de lama yimba shen te yin jawa se na jeba trobe omu tam che ge namr thaba trene kadin sunde ji rang zawa lama de ju sanje tam che da yime do ta chu ku ju sumbu de dani do mene ane la drogi ne la drogi che sala la me ne jo che la me ne jo se go ya de tere ne ma la sim jo wa de la ri. So the with respect to the practice of Guru Yoga, that there are the eight lines of verses that one needs to recite in context with the practice of the Guru Yoga, the practice of Guru. And so here that one should know that Guru is the source of all goodness, and also at the same time that one should remember the great deeds, the lives of those of the great masters, and then sing that one's master, that one's Guru is the embodiment of all the great holy teachers, the saints of the past, and then in such a way that one sort of generating the faith and the confidence from the depth of one's heart, then enters into the practice and the yoga of the yoga of the practice of the Guru. So in that way that you sort of integrate your mind with the practice of Guru Yoga. So that is the true practice of Guru Yoga. Deba honru madar che ma de yunen ta je song shi be ur che song re deba mebe meda ala ka bu chu na me ji de sabe me chi ba jan lam nyu gu bu che ye no se ju gi chi tu chen gi chi re ji.
So the faith and the confidence then is like the mother, and is the one that produces everything, all the good qualities, all the goodness will be produced by the faith and the confidence. And the ones who do not have this faith and confidence, then he will not be able to generate any good qualities. It is like the seed which is burnt. So the burnt seed cannot produce any sprout or any seedling.
George Banya Adisha Jagal Bendida, Dona Theory, you're the Samala Gusugi General, but Demakun Rally Devanuciore, Compele Penny, Magic Damashundori, Devajation good. Quick get good idea, Joe, Adisha, Damanoro, like I am Masu Judevari. Masema Ibarisa, K. Cheru, Chirto, Damanoro, Adisha, Damanoro, K. Achu Jewry.
So Adisha, his own said, was one of the greatest masters of India in his times, and he was then invited to Tibet. And then when he was in Tibet, that somebody came along and asked him to give some instructions. So at the beginning that he requested in a low voice, and he got no response. And then he gradually he started to request, to ask sort of with a high tone, and again he never got any response.
And George hey sorry hey ngala nawa ta zambu dati danga chawa teba sumre ha som gemusho nga amjo ya bu yejo nga gurus danga singende teba sun en mano ko teba mekje.
And that person, that he thought that Adisha was not hearing what he was saying, so he was saying very loudly that he wanted to have instructions from him. And then finally Adisha laughed a little bit and said, I had quite a good ear to hear what you were saying, but the instruction. So for the instruction that one needs to have faith, so he sort of emphasized the need for the faith twice. And the person happens to be also without any faith.
사자 벤디다가 손나래 되 되나 온골 토베 미 공조 손보 라마루 네버 토네 라마라 수어도나 챌린지 우송 라마된 수들라 너그 출루시를 못한거 요 말이 바카지라랑 레 마지 안자가니 되창레.
So even according to the great Satipantita of Sakya tradition, he also that
온골 토베 미 공조 손보 라마루 네버 토네 라마라 수어도나 챌린지 우송.
So if one sort of even according to that master, he says that if one looks at the guru as an embodiment of all the source of goodness, then he would definitely get all the blessings that he wishes for. And the practice of a guru devotion then is the same in the same way, sort of being present and being taught in all the four schools of Tibetan Buddhism.
파담바 상지 자가고 주신리 그걸 사바시 배워리 또 딩르를 주도 제가 딩르를 걸어라 라메제나 간도네스리 공라 먹고 표시 딩르와 송을 라메제로 제는 상지 살레기요리 다좀베 살레 수 간도도 레기요리 송을 응 공라도데 야제베 라도부터 먹고 야고 제부레 송을 먹고 제는 도 레기요리 신예리
So this great master, Indian master Patamba, he came to Tibet 4 times. So in one of his advice instruction, which he gave to his disciples in Tingri, contained that that if one's guru then would take one, then one can get everywhere. Like one can get to the state of an arhat, one can get to the state of a fully enlightened Buddha, and what sort of payment that we have to make for that is that we have to develop the faith and the confidence. So that is the type of payment that we have to make.
Jizumele sona tumba che usu je zanas tumba ma pele ma peyundi jo loja somare. Ringa lamen hawa char zana deme jiuru jiuru suwato jeme nigi jiru gons dewa me jiuru suwato dewa me nigi jiru gons somare. Tam hondu de jedri ya chajin hondu.
So Milarepa told to his disciples that the places that where one can visualize the spiritual guide is on the forehead and on the crown and in the heart centers. So these are the places that where one can visualize the spiritual guide.
Ta chaja chimbu siya de shesu mambu yore. Mi talu mambu yore. Sabe chaja nangji le jangshu nangsung tobe tab lamji chaja namji te rungo gome rau songba domba songla chunba de nyetu lunga ye song de mendre leji chaja yi kanza dame toba de chuji chaja yinji song nyomu trewa tamse yi pumbu lama meba yi nyangen deba chaja chi jangshu simbe gusung chaja mabu jan daden tusumalo de sheba jane kale karuru ya teba songja leba chaja yilan rebu songi chaja jane dire regunge pamu songi mada padume jawan regumbe songi ndi rungo shige songi la jijane jidang chaja delebe chaja namba shi be tinang yore tanya songi yore ta dondo yani ndi songi kong tima ma chen pumu lama mabadi nyangen deba chaja chis chaja chimbuli lame yadisha 장수 심배 고송 버리친로 면대와 레지 차자 되냐 인스요 대바치면 제 바친 되게 장수 심배 버리친로 룰을 줘버디 차자샤 버리 주모주다 제와 되니 추 차자 인추 차자 동의야 버리 라네 지메 마고버든 단시 차자 인 장수 심을 라네 이제 매버디 단시기 차자를 하리 동다 니저 로자마 차지 친구니 인도 동바다 니지 일 매버디 자제 신부 다 셰스스 개요마 지동 자제 있어요래 차자시 니레 레지 차자 추지 차자 담시기 차자 차자 침보 시시레 다들 가봐 계계레 가상한서 네 노붕이베리마 나라 차자 지부디 노붕이베리베 차자 지부디 내가 지금 차자인바 야 차자식이 진대 제주 자주 권리라야 차자식이 진대 제 사람배 시집에 시제라고 차자식네 지야들라 니레 레지 차자들 체지야 지지지를 틀린 자지 엄마마마고 삼배 lum에 전에 체지 지야죠 레지 차자식이 차자식 진대요 사운드발의 차자식 진대면서 도바제는 야간리션인데 차자식 진대면도 노ቻ를 쉬어 요래서 다세바 이시 심바 띵엔지 심바 송보티 차자식이 되는 송요래 제가 차자식을 다 얘네 가 케케 자와다야라 그 롱레 차자식입니다요 롱줄레 내가 시라그 제리 차자식인데 그 말이 수직이 셰토예요.
So it's on its said with respect to Mahamudra, the great seal, it is a subject which does not have any limit. It's simply sort of limitless. One can interpret that in very many different ways, and with very many different contexts. And one of the masters from Digung, he then explained that with respect to the base, to the path, and to the result. And then it could be explained with respect to the state of nirvana, and with respect to the practice of 6 perfections, and the understanding of the emptiness, that is the mudra of the dharma. And then he also was explaining the action mudra, and then dhamma mudra, and then the commitment mudra and the great mudra. So that he explained with respect to the stage of the feeling of the jewel in the completion stage of Chakrasambhara. So that was a method to bring about, to generate a blissful state of mind. And then in the practice of Buddha Kunri, and then there is also the performance of certain hand gestures. So that is with respect to the action mudra. And then with respect to Guya Samaja practice, then the commitment mudra, the wisdom mudra, and the dhyana, the concentrative mudra. So there are 3 mudras. So in such that one can also say that the main winds, and as well as the 5 secondary winds. So there are 10 different winds functioning in one's body. So these are also connected with the mudras, with the great seal. So in such a way that it is a subject without an end, without any limitations.
이시라 고사다 도마니에다 네도이메라 고사노 데레망고 요레데 강가그 셰루수 용수수 마루르 셰요레 바신티베루르 셰요레 소단 누르드나 자제 신부들라 나벨로다 바신티베루니. So therefore there are many different interpretations of the great seal. It could refer to the voidness, the emptiness itself. It could also refer to the wisdom, which is non-dual of bliss and voidness. And there are many different interpretations. But one basic division is the great seal, the Mahamudra, can be interpreted with respect to the Paramitiyana, the stage of the perfection, and it can be explained with respect to the Tantriyana. 지단 차자 시드 베나 제비오 가망 인체제 제비오 가된 지고레 제비오 가된라 가리오는 단루 지셔셔레 텔렌다주요 텔렌메다와 텔치 아니 제비오 차자레 가다 차자스야 가이다 대이자 차자승의 차자자들 면다오지 남메로 지고야지 근데 이제 동반이리 추 탐제를 제대로 차자레 추 탐제를 동반이기 지탑이요 추 탐제 라신이 마주거레 라신이 주소는 추지 차자를 ne chajale reso
So
ren chu de so de yiza dongba ne de chu tangjele jen de je ge chaja yin za gu lu chi mu jonu pe ge o de dongye ni be nambre me do be ishi de ne so yo chaja chimbu je de 등호 ji chaja chachen lu ju thoman dan sa ji ji den ba ji su da ban be sang de be bar ji ru ba da nya ne tham je la je de ba che ba chaja chimbu tam ju ba cha de se jan du sa de wa ni sang de be ba gen dong tham je le be ji da be ge chaja chimbu tam ju yi is gar ju du da du sa na han dong ye do be she re ti ju shan dong ye do be yi shi le man da wa ji gu bu re dong ye do ba le phan de so ne ha ge la ya phe ma do 바진 드발레이네 들어가 나셔리 제가 동행이 배 넘버 메도 이 시대를 찾아서 보고도 드레지 요래 알리 다 노로기 찾아도 동행도 이 시랑 자고 유명미신 그걸 저는 배그 소야 되지리
so so the one way to interpret that great mudra is with an example of a king, that when he gives an order in a document, then it's given usually done with a seal of the king on the document, and then whoever all the followers of that king then has to obey whatever order that it conveys in the document. And if somebody then goes beyond that, then he has there's a disobedience that's gone out of the limit of the king. This mudra is symbolized by the seal of the king. So likewise, that the emptiness is like the seal which covers all the phenomena, and so then everything is sort of being pervaded by emptiness in a similar way. And one interpretation with respect to this idea by a translator, Master Gulo, he said that from Vinaya up to the practice of Goya Samaja, that in between all the time that there is the need to have the wisdom which understands emptiness. So that emptiness, that the wisdom which understands the emptiness is being referred to as the Great Seal.
차자 되는 또 지어 마듯이 차자 샤드 차다 자니 가가 시고요. 차체로 샤가 차디 더다 지시고요. 차체로 스 차딘 너도 정하고도 저. 아니 차체도 차체로 스 차디랑은 내가 차디 가르스나 말아주이나 나바탄지 침비 시디 말나로 나가고도 샤가 된다 들으시죠. 나바탄지 침비 시디 차스 인죠. 나바 단지 준비 이시디 넘버 메도비 이시 인자 대주 단지를 제인데 제 인자 자제스르죠. 전백을 혼다지 않소야 돼.
So there's also a way to explain the Mahamudra. Mudra is in Tibetan chak jel, and so we have two syllables, chak jel, which means the mudra, and chak is one word and ja is another word. And then the same word has been used for the act of prostration, chak tsil, and here the chak means that that one desire for something, and this shows that the thing that is being desired by the practitioner is the wisdom of the great omniscience of the Buddha, and because the wisdom or the great omniscience of the Buddha then completely pervades everything, whatever does exist, and so therefore the meaning of the great mudra is also very wide. It's a very wide meaning, like the whatever Buddha's omniscience, Buddha's wisdom covers.
다 찾아고 찾아 넘버 15들에 제 질란데 손 강가리야 지자는 셰데와 인자 마데쿠니 단지기 찾아 레지 찾아 취지 찾아 신부 지리 전에 니요리 그래서 우리 네 니랑 니들랑 제 장신 그람 참말에 그 요제니 자요. 저 마음도 쉐기 되는 야고제니 시행으로 원주당도 시행고요. ready to go through a joint to Mari. Dan Duruduna, Dulugu Chachin, the Halugu Chachin,
So as we have already seen that the Mahamudra can be explained with respect to the basis and the part and the result, and then also with respect to the commitment, the action, and the phenomena, and the great mudra, and also with respect to the Sarvaka part and the Buddha part. And so there are many different ways of explaining Mahamudra, and so one needs to study and to understand precisely all of those. But to go into that sort of that much detail will be too confusing. So to make it more sort of concise, that one can explain it in two different ways, and one is with respect to the sutra, and another one with respect to the tantra.
Dan Halu Chajatilla Nimano Doji Lula Neto Nubala Tani Chunwe, the Ochimbu, to a Seji Orva, the Ochimbu says to the Ochimbu Tomani Yirmebe, they don't yimate. The Ochimbu said, and Sarahata, Luruda, Narubata, Metiba, Sochi Chachen is Koransuka Chuni to high course to the Tensha Imri. Things Lamage Judy Yoni Bicheris, Lamage Judy Nibu Tewadi Bicheris, charging the insung.
So, so with respect to Tantra, that by concentrating on one's Vajra body, and developing finally the clear light of the great bliss, that is the wisdom of the great bliss and whiteness. So that is the essence of the very essence of the Mahamudra, according to the great masters of Saraha and Nagarjuna and Metipa. So that is the very essence of all the tantra of belonging to the highest Anuttara Yoga Tantra teachings.
The Chaja Chimbu Yilu Garesan Cha Ja Chimbus Nagasun Fondi Cha Siadi Tombadiet Jasiadi Ishit Tombadi Ishi Mes, we said Che Chimbusia the Kuni Sundun Juba the Chimbuche. They don't Sunju start Niji de Tomba Yirme Sundun Juba Sunju.
So there are three. You see that the great Mahamudra. In Tibetan, that we have 4 syllables there: Chak, Ja, and then Chembo. So with Chak, then the Chak means literally it means hand, but here it means emptiness, the wideness, and then Ja is the wisdom, and then Chembo or the Maha means the unity of the unity of the wisdom and emptiness.
Te ni imuna Chashin Teleki Gumati Imunda, Chashin Tel Bichachore, Sama Gubishari, Chashin Tel Chani Tombe Ishi, Jani Koya Chuli True, Chimbu Sundun Juba, Chaji Chimbu Shi Jodo also Guma Insert.
So that was explained in a text called the Great Tile, the Great Tile of Mahamudra. It's one of the tantric texts which explained Mahamudra in that way.
Tawanang Halu Chaja Chimbuti, they don't so you the Ganeru Chicane Yunguresana, that they Yungu the Shenway, Yay. Think I don't see them all those so Chugundi Yamare. Dojila net and Nobale Tene Chumwe, who said the Ochimbu, who said Tombania Niji Shuba Tibuari. Dojila net and nurse do Lula net and Koya, the Zoring Toba Gumbe called Sherry. Ali Dom Jering Tarachemba Majune, Jerin Tembato. Jerin La Tembato, Toba Chavala, Onge number Tabato, Ondus Kelem, Danceda Dumba Sujan to Song. Tomo Langi Jojon, Della Nola. Ali Mola Cheva Metava Tenjunia and Sombaji, Tomo Langi, Genjo Jasin, Ada, somebody, which you. Then Chingo show only number tabashu. Or the
So that type of Mahamudra, the wisdom of great bliss and voidness, and one should know that where it comes from, in what way that one can generate that Mahamudra, and so that simply does not come just by sitting on a cushion. It doesn't simply happen. It comes through using one's Vajra body and achieving then finally the great bliss of the clear light, and then that comes from the practice of the completion stage, and that comes from having achieved the complete stability from the generation stage, and that only can come from having taken the four complete empowerments. And that comes from that one keeping all the samayas and all the commitments precisely, and that could only happen that when one is fully prepared for that with the common ground, common part. And so there's the need to maintain all the commitments precisely. Even if that one is not fully completed the generation stage, at least to have achieved certain stability of the generation stage is necessary.
Nebeta, Tibeta, Jega Tama Wese, Wese Kosu Gajitram, Lechi Gavata Weseni Mochi to Chene, Oda, they don't hit Shitiri, or Telechaja.
So then, as soon as that one achieves that stability of the generation stage, then one can concentrate on the meditations of the completion stage, and then concentrating on this Vajra body in the way that we visualize the three channels and then 6 chakras in one's body, and then concentrating either of the 3 different places in one's body, and then in that way we gradually sort of gather all the winds into the central duty, and then try let all the signs sort of occur of merging and abiding and absorption, and then so going through all the 8 different stages, and finally to the vasa, to the state of clear light, and then also achieve the 4 levels of bliss, and then that is this stage to generate the simultaneous bliss of wisdom of voidness and bliss. That is the very essence of the Mahamudra, the great seal.
Gawaji na ne leji gawadi ke tonye toba de la tonye tenji tsuju toba de mosun do toba ni yore tenji tsuju toba yishi wese de sewenje mosun do toba de rimba jiba tenji wese tenji tsuju toba de rimba niba sewenje rimba da soma juli ko su yore.
So the understanding of emptiness achieved through the generation of that simultaneous bliss, it could happen in 2 different ways. One is the receiving the mental image of emptiness, and that is at the stage of the mind isolation. And then other one is the direct understanding, the non-artificial understanding of the emptiness. That is at the state of the meaning clear light state. So there His Honour said the type of bliss and voidness that one generates then could have different degrees, depending on what stage that one is And as soon as that one switches from the generation to the completion stage, at the beginning stage of the body isolation, one already has certain amount of the great bliss and voidness, and then when it proceeds on, then coming to the next stage, then the strength of that great bliss voidness also intensifies. So in such a way that one develops the intensity of that bliss.
아통기 미다요레 미시비 텔미다 마주비신 담에지 시바스 뇨멘 심시아르부드 미몽고요 다이네 대나자 된대지체 니자바비 배 조신 되어침부 고부 되어침부 생에도 사운드비 발로기 고기베 야라마 개바 침부지레 고부 되어침부 소지도지 조신 사라하 루루 리조 원슈 Tilupa, Narupa, Metripa, all Konabasuki Bejabaridi, Konazu Pichasun Sunjayore.
So the clear light of the actual meaning state, then this has many different names. Sometimes this being referred to is the short R. Sometimes the ultimate mind, ultimate subtle mind. So it has different names. And so these explanations are given based on the different teachings which has been transmitted through many great masters, such as like the Achimbu and Tsoche Doji and Nagarjuna, Master the Telopa and Master the Naropa, and so forth. So the type of books or the texts they have written, those great masters, then such are the 7 classes of the practices, and the 3 texts on the on the essential points. So there are this type of books written by those great masters. And from the 7 texts of the practice, then out of that 6 are called the 6 secret practices written by Gompa Dewa Chimbo, Master Gompa Dewa Chimbo. So this the 6 secrets then explain the some of the fundamental points of the Mula Tantra of Gwe Samaja.
Then the Baden Dule Choje men jiten sun jirchenchi seat nibule ni nibu chosun ya zukanga temayori. Debe chijo mamur deba gubene sound debe choju ni shirayori.
So the so this the text of the secret points then include the many explanations of the greatness or the great qualities of the practice of Gwe-samaja, and as well as some reference to the practice of generation stage of Gwe-samaja.
Gumu dewa chimbi zebe sama drupate druni na ji chimu dabu yinje wari. Drushen yinba be druto gengo yaga drushen genba tsuge chimu mabi kakali kutsu rupate yinse wari. Chimu sidi yegi chimu se kakali se wari. Guje petasa tomati gutsuge.
Actually this text called the secrets of the practice, written by the Gombo, the Lord, the great bliss, the great blissful master, actually has become the one of the basic text of the great elder masters, the great elder masters.
And then
one of the disciples of this master Gompa Dewa Chimbo, the great blissful, then is called the Yalame Doji. That means the one who the Vajra which does not have any branches or any limbs. So he wrote another text on the method and wisdom with 6 different parts.
Te loma enda budi se jebu enda budi rang yin ro sang enda budi chungwa yin shi chi enda budi yi shi zhu ban ze yore
And one of the disciples of that great master, the Vajra without limbs, then is the junior Indra Bodhi, the great master junior Indra Bodhi. He wrote a text with the title Six Wisdoms.
Indra Bodhi ki be tsumu lachin kara singe di nime chuba senze yore.
And nime chuba. So the concept of this great master junior Indra Bodhi, Lakshma, she wrote a text called non-dualistic 6 points of non-dualism, that was written by the concept of this great master.
Tati loma rumbi hirukasa singe di George ki chelo jubela mare. George le chu son yo mar chinji lo yo. Cheza manzo pesho rumbi pata adisha sugoya dire.
So her disciple, great master Dombi Hiruka. So Dombi Hiruka was not a direct teacher of Adisha, but he was a great master. He was a great master who gave blessings to Master Adisha.
George milam nalaya, rijiliya che, druhuchi nalaya, trahuchi nalaya, me gilung udjatsoso driye ko drizero chige. Lebachi tsimagi ko ane chogu yochi milam licho. And so in Dombi Hirukaris. Kongdi jeza chora soya son lebaji kochi che kongdi chua ida dewa chimbu zeme dombarne shibuji dewa chimbu chi melam chu sansho ya ne se yung dewa chimbu shi chi yo ta tende pe shibuji re sambe ga juma ya yambaji nubi hiru ka ko ne chabe ko de choro nge tsala dewa me ngen tsiron ni lejile chinji loja be pendita chi yo tizalo song sho so ne so joji sal don na chida tsiron de joji mena do tundi yo re che de chinji lo imaro chelo ji vela male rumi hiruga gen zebe lenji truba se de bija.
So this great master Dombi Hiruka, so the Atisha had then at his time he had one dream. And in the dream that he saw an elderly monk with white hair, and then eating some brains, and then so Adisha was then right in front of him. And then he gave also some brains for Adisha, so he ate it, and then that produced very strong bliss in his mind. And even when he woke up from that dream, that the great bliss was already there in reality. So he was in such a way that he developed this great bliss. And then later that
Yuma kongi tsala chikcha yung di kongi chui ma song ngani lende mindu churong ngay tsirong nire chi tsirong ishe ne tenyo ko ngay chinji la shabe loma nire chi yo odi tsalo song song adisha tsal tonga na tedi chinji la ya kema mela tonga di.
And then when somebody came to receive teachings to this master, then he sent him away saying that we do not have any karmic links from the past, so therefore you should then go to another master whom I have already blessed. Then he sent this disciple to Atisha, and then so the visit of this disciple and Atisha's dream sort of then coincided at the same time.
Ta darikawa singe de dinjo ge chushen jire kongge zebe te konani chuba.
And so I think I forgot one. So this great master Rambipa, he wrote a text called the 6 Points of the Innate Bliss. And then one of his disciples, the master Darikawa, he wrote a text on the subject of suchness, also with 6 points.
Nenju matsito sinye chiore. Konge te konani chuba yae. And
the another yogini, Najama Tsito, one of the disciples of the Master Dandharikapa, she also wrote another text on the subject of suchness.
Darikapa sawa chimbi ti kuna nye drubas, tsitu sayade sewe jisunrawe ti kuna nye drubas, ta druba dije sayadiri. Ta druba dije. Ta nyebu kuru sung singende doha sungre, doha mambu yawari maji, doha kuru sungre. Doha kuru sungde, pudyon rinpochidan kung kashege, chi ne doha be namdare, ni ne kaya re sung yawari. Kari yin mishen, ta nga jeba nyore, tenjur na yawari.
So so that was the 7 texts of the practice. So now the 3 texts on the essence. So this refer to the Toha songs, the different groupings of Toha songs, and according to one of the great Tibetan historian masters, Putin, he said that the first part, there are three parts. The first part was quite authentic teaching, and the 2 others were not very real sort of teachings.
다 도와들 계셔 먹고 여대도 다 이내 가지고 신고하래. 도와셔야돼. 조신 가서 그 도발롱도 도발콩도 쳐는데 도발니용도 도배 온도에 로랑 잡아진들라. 도발로랑이 쳐버피. 조신 가서 이제가 셰지용도 쳐봐야만 표야요 말이. 배로랑이 쳐버피고 도발로랑이 쳐버피야도. 히로가 셰지 도발로랑이 쳐버피야도. 조신 지시다게 도발모도 주인 도발 차이용도 동배 나리면 또 나수지면 또 지가 가도 나수되세야 도와된대 용. 도서 강가 도서 도해 고르대 대주나요. 다들 뭐야 도하고 송제. 아니 니요래. 도하대 가시 그냥 가야래 쓰요래 가야 매물다. 대고루고 송어도 집어래 샤스야 승요래. 트란지고바 케어지 나주 시발려라쇼. 조부진베 신년데 르는 저어 트송메세야노. 수마마주 garsa suma maju haba sia tene sung yonda ta ine sim le ji le la sia le rembe ke za le gurda chezo dojo ma je le sa ji yorwa tsu ko yimda te kona ni juba le yang lama dambe cheba me she so sung ya du se do ko de ke sha do la ko she ke da ne khaya mari sia ru de se de yimda to he de 니레 니지장지 동반니 쇼버된 랑쇼 니바 마이노 어디 니지 마시 고나야 코한데네 다버 토민주 가야 니부 조 너버디 코면니 양에 내면에 세야데 도 남다리 도데 주신 송 남다시리 대 가서 소리나 장요리 소리나라 내려고 니지 당데 동반니 쇼버 되는 랑쇼 니바 마이노 니지세야데 대화침비시도 고고래 상마지고스 대화침보 니지 대화 마공바제 동네 코로 공대에데 람초도 주바 니바 마레제거래 근데 니지 마시 공나야 코안데네 타바토미주 양 동네 마공바제 왜 대화침 코로 공대네요 코알레 주고 말에 코아나네 되거래 냐갈리 되고 말이죠 가에 니부 주로 너버도 동보다 니지 임에도 주에 대동공회인데 코아나래면에 냐갈리 되발래면에 마 코아는 메네 코아를 주는 거래. 냥데게 다 시wen 타라면은 사제유고 토는 그래서 어디를 송요 저는 무슨 더 지에 야부等到了 상주미 쳐버도 여자 또 가가 도리니 지레 셰케서 또 하드면로
So the subject of Toha is said to be that the different songs by the great masters, so that when they had different visions, that such as that when a master would get the vision of Buddha Manjushri, then he would immediately then a sort of song, the different things which contain sing different songs which would contain his own realizations of the practice. And likewise, that if another master would have the vision of Heruka, similarly that he would also sing the different songs which would contain his own realizations. So therefore there are a lot of these different songs to be found, and there's a lot of controversy over these, whether they are real, authentic teachings or just sort of invented ones. That is a question. So the one of them contained, one of those songs contained the need for cultivating compassion, and so that is reference to the generation of the great bliss and voidness, because that is the very essence of the part of Tantra. And if one is to meditate on that, then one is fully capable of freeing oneself from the from both extremes of permanence and nihilism. So that is truly a Dua or a song by fully enlightened Mahamudra.
Tandi longde dongsan she niji lenji di shen dansar niji se ngarazu ni chud me lenji ji de chim bul. Tonye yu jin do jar go ba da. Yang de ne le sa to ba jurun na tamje de yin de le jin shi su jang shi mi ju. Lo ba de yin zen ba zen da gong ba wa de yin de. De ju ni le chang wa de yin no. De min shen be da wa yu me de. Er jang ji do la me she le de ba yin. La me me ba gang ge ni le ni shu ba. La be ti na ne be de tong da. Nyo me rang ji ji be ma chen ba. Chui be ji ba lu shi da ne ma s je. Yine doğa bir tanda tine yordu. Sama la me shel de gus. La me ma den be tande hani ji be la be ti de me to na shen yin so ne. Da ne ma san da ne dur shen sara haber. Di sara haber dur. Doğa ji yin bar. Hada den de gende na la be nyon se ne ji ji de wa de mo ru so wa de be ne re cha ja chen bu yin lu ge da tanda de ma lu.
So so when one sort of depends on those songs, the Dua songs, then there's always the need to get these sort of interpreted or explained by one's spiritual guide. So that is.
Nyome sengo de jobate nyesa logbata zembata gomba naji nibongo de joba yindi tenju ni la changwe gube zo ya teyino. Nibuti somar jibe tawa le labe tawa jen yoba mede öja nibuti gongdo jungo tungo sondo nyasunyo wa yurwani taji do doji chane damba ba ma chebe lama da be sheji dangale toba yinji tenrewe damba da nyanyu jeje lame meba kangi ni la shoba ni nibutonye la ziji do ya de gombe ni tonye ji to labe te da nebe teridan da ngonsun to yoro sta tama siti gin debari nyome raji chiba su chiwa na ji ngosungdo ma tong war den shen ji chube chiba lu yu shi danu sara hama wu san danu ma san duwa yuwe odi tati tanda zo song da ma lu ge chaji chimbo de nyome sim te siga nyom sen si de nyom sen dewa chimbo ngoro song tumba nila shube lenchi ji de dong yime de dong zang ma yinba lenchi ji dewa chimbo shone ting song chebe tari chiwe nyom sen te siga nyome sim. So the Nigeria did the Baja no Damas the Shen Koyachi, the Sayachi, the Chi Mendugati, Gunjun Kayamazo, the Gun the Kazan She Sava, Goyati, Dachin Lake Ribani, Zalenda Ribani, not so doji Ribani, all the Salashune things to Chebe, Mibachedia, Terranri. Tamalu Gichachi Chamuchan and Dedungi Terranri. Then, Pachin to a Logi, Masanjulin de Batambishu Maria Carsa. 마산주면 싫어 버리지. 마산주면 싫어 버리지. 마지막에 나 개모니 수술을 시켜요. 세한테 요래디 다 아닌데서 더다시 드네라리 가서는 셔야 녀메스 녀센 해지집에 되어 무르송와 될라 말로기 자제 전부 스테레데루 데레데레 소로.
So the Mahamudra or the Great Seal, with respect to the Tantriana, to the Mantrayana or Tantriana, the secret mantra is the type of the that is the ultimate state of mind which is achieved which is achieved through the practice, through this unification of the great bliss and voidness, and that is achieved through the three different states of the all the winds are emerging in the central channel, abiding and absorption. And what is achieved through that is the real essence of the Mahamudra with respect to Tantrayana. But the way to achieve that has already been explained in the completion stage of Chakrasamara through through the first stage is the stage of self-blessing with and without syllable, and the second one is the stage of the Vajra with and without syllables. And so through those meditations one achieves this ultimate state in which that one's wisdom is united with bliss and voidness. So that is the essence of the Mahamudra, the great seal.
Dino yeme gu se chaji chimbutila. Ode ngodu churunani ane samden goyamindu kongodu churun goyane samden goya kake. Gonje goya amares. Kodu churuna mabaje de waris. Tel heji yonse gondo ngodu churgu yona chegun chegoya kake amares. Tim ngodu kodu churwa ina maribe mabaje de waris. Maribe mabathomare madu korango nelu thomares. Nyebutu ngubu demba ngome chebo kaya ma yin sia tando ta she ni de cheo yin. Ta de juju sia mi do ari. Tan de so yo sa de jewe ji shi samjari jodo me ko che de she de sebe chajen ro ma li lu ra je nyoma su jan lang mo me shi dang. Je to hali jume ngame sanja samde me de gon ra yi chube chebe ju ra je da be sim la sande da ke mile de Ranye de la neshi dor ma jechi, sashi tong la ni zhui ji ga shi da du yang du kolungi. Shun de da bin jiden parin lu ju de, mu ben jiden gu do be ne ne song, kan du long da sen ne me ju shi, nyaman da wan ju ba me ju ba, mi shi ba da ne de sem ne u chung shi. Da ne jin ne me la ta ji de ne song us, de ju chen sa ra ge ta na ri. Tan de su ji shi ne gon shi de chi re, ma do nyome tong she de ma do ma she tong me de ta chaji chimu she gun de ma lu gu chaji sim nyoma ka san she de ya de kondo yu je ge sim on she ra ba kang ga nga kondo yu je ji sim yi she ra ba kang ga ma da ta she tu sung le kondo je ju na we ran she ji kondo sung ju su sum che be ran she ji kondo dire ji ju Nieto Granji Kodo, Dunji Kodo, Ranjing Jaju Kodo, Danjaba Danita, Nyons Messing Madu, Meba de la Veseki Simdiri, Sinti, Tang, Tonya Monson to Toyundu, Lenchi Gavin, Murchin, Tonya Monson to Toyundu, Benju Seri. Oh, did that with the Chajachimus is Kalu Chena. You don't have to tell it, that is about your mother.
So his Holiness added the quotations from the Tohas songs, then all have the similar sort of contained similar meanings. But the fact is that that when we through stopping the 80 sort of indicative consciousness, sort of the 33 gross consciousness with respect to appearance, the word appearance, and 40 indications, 40 consciousness, gross consciousness with respect to the red increase, and 7 gross consciousness with respect to the black appearance. That when they gradually sort of cease to stop functioning one's body, then one is then gradually concentrating on the sort of innermost part of the body, and all the consciousness on gross levels have completely sort of gone, and ultimately only the subtle mind is being left in the body, and that is then that sort of then enters in the state of the clear light. And at that point, if one understands the emptiness in a direct way, then that is the essence of the Mahamudra. That is the very essence of the Mahamudra.
Sashitola Nidra Chigashinsere. No messing the mother to Sona, Gwe Mukan Banyedi Chokin de Redire. Gungu de Yoribati. and sa to kong yong che ni zhe ji su de nyong ju che da do yang do kolong ge da do yang ni yang do ani be kolo cha chi sin chi kong ni ge jin yang su yo chuen de da bin ji de po ru ru ju de mo ben ji de gu do be ne ne so ka do long da sim ne me ju shin ni man da wan ju ba me ju ba ni man da wan ju ba me ba sia di zong zeng ge na do ji be long de ru jang ni na shu ba me ne ni man da ju ba me shi wo man na shu ju de xian shi me shi ba da ne de sen ne wu chung shi da ne ji me ma ta je de ne song su zhu xian da ne ko sa ra ko ri sa ra ba de zhu xian na ne gen shu ji ri xi be de zhong xian na sa da ma lo xian ri men ro ra ji nyu man he ji je wo se ji sim yi chu gu ru zha ba tin yi la sa yi chu gu ga du xi xi le wo se mo de zhu gu re yi chu gu yi wo se se ge de ne gong do ju mo song de nya su nyu wo se do ju de ma ju che we do ju ji san de ge ji xi jia xie jie yang ji xi de ne gong do ju ma ni be se be cha jie ro ma li wo lu so wo se da ma de che lu jiang de da ge ran xin nyu me sim de yin su jiang lang bang chou wo me ji ri kang su ji xin jian ta ji de jie ba ni ji kang zhu de nam ji qi wei zi na qi tu song wei se da jie ba cha wei qie ru sui zhuo zhu ma xia ge li ji de da xia yang ta me be lang du ju me ne la de ma zi de kang ba pe qi wo bu ni ju le ga xin yang dang yang du de dam ju jiang de qi be dam ne ne xi ba me de duo le qin da xin de de dam ma yang de xian ne ne yong su xi ba me xi su ma da ro nan ju be ne de qi be mo ru ju be nyo me sim de dong ba ni yu du ji de ju bo ma do yin zang ye gong ge zhu ba ji me xie ba yin no de da be cha xin do ba ji wa la ne sing he mang si de yan la le nga ma kama la jang ne long o ma ren ju ba jang wa shi yin na sim ji yang me do ba ju ba da bu mi ba gang ru ji la mi na yang we se cha ji chi mo ngo su de xie be gang zan de la ga ju gu ma na shi ji jie wei tan yin ze de ga bi le gang za jang be le tu qian la ji jie wen ji dan ba jie xin yu shi ji ta ji qian be se zhen do ri ga se du ri long o ma shu ba jang wa shi ge me ba ji la de jiang long o ma shu ndo shi nang mo shi su ma de ne ji gu sa ta de ma yin be de jie lang di cha qian ngo du jie ba la ne dong mo su ngi bar gong gu ji ji zhen me le jiang ho do na ru ma ru ka su ji na ru chu ru zo ru gong be cha qian qi mo ngo du zhu ba yin de sa an ji zhen me le do mo su be nge dong mo gong gu sha da su ne就on头牛来送，on头嘛牛，就牛呢，当到见了个钱，因甚至on几个人送，东木下达工具无呀的，麻将开始教的，我都觉得应的，是说的多么啊东西，我就已经去完这，在那的他们出去300几啊，那是居住几节位置，没来人些得了没来人家了，那是居住的时候就要买教的，亲戚话的，这刚不为讲，他们的东木工呗，用生我都觉得说现在忙。대신도 니들 차지 좀 공부하네 온신나다 토바 제조도 소모랑라 좀 소장 거이데 가빌리 가자 담을 레전을 린지번에 때문에 자시 소시 가자들 린지베 타년제 되나 람디 주신 페이지를 라메지 주디 수수 온줄라 줄랑 슈 바다 주지 사변지자 나루다바 온고르다 린이 취지 조르 제지송 지전지장 맹아스르드스 녀제나 부처라 사슈케오이 요고 온다 셰로자 서문예주지 당아 신시소메 제로 수인데다르 동소르일리자 동소르인디 사제 동소르이레 네 자지 제모네 온리 좀 이시다 레머니지 딘제리 조외로 유이시 시 케루 세대 탐지 고마멘트 뭐 매바이노 사다 인셰라 가게 되셔야 다 가제 셰데네 가서 쇼네听说 제바의 종회 내지지요 이시 외세지에 관라 가지로뇨로도 전에 내지지가 왔다 외세 동반이 내지지가 왜 모르지네 근데 동반이 단체 동반의 이제 대동임의 소주 고야게 외세 대랑 셰데다 가루고 차제치 뭐 대래 손로지야
so the so all these long lines that what is only said recited just read include the points to the to the type of the state of mind that one achieves at the time that when one has gone through the process of gathering the wind in one's channel and abiding and absorption, and then finally passing into the state of clear light, and having gone through the 4 levels of the bliss, then finally there is a state in which that one's mind is totally united with the understanding of the emptiness and the bliss. So that is the very essence of the of Mahamudra, the Great Seal.
차자 첨부 치고 차자 첨부 미다사도 모션고래 어다 가상칸이 조리셰셰 조리가 어디 양디 고유도 예보 농 오마쇼네 텐수 제발이 종외 내지지 이시데 왜세데 가이지는 내지지가 왜 모르를 째네 동반이다 이 이메도 대동 조외 대동 이시 될라 맞다 나도 차지 첨부스 대 소대 동양 수도 세 차지 첨부 이분다 다 세면 예제의 동양 도시 수유 또 세부요. So so actually you have seen that from the stage of the mind isolation, then from there on the image of the emptiness is very clear to one's mind. So therefore one's understanding of the emptiness sort of thus improving with receiving a very clear image of emptiness itself. So this will then finally produce the very essence of the Great Seal, the Mahamudra. 당도로 차제 첨부 세 동네래. 레데 동네 들라다 동시 그런 제로다 도시 체지어를 만드는 동네라래.
So with respect to the presentation of Mahamudra, according to the Sutrayana, then it is related to emptiness. So there are certain things to be discussed of the basis of or the designation of emptiness. And the base of the emptiness with respect to the sarvaka or the part of the hears, or the part of the solitary Buddhas, the solitary realizers, there's no difference. The base are all same. So it is like that. Whatever path that one follows, that there's always the possibility to achieve the emptiness, the understanding of the emptiness, with respect to 3 different vehicles of that of the Sarvaka, Vedic Buddha, and the Bodhisattva part. So whenever that you attain to the state of seeing, then you become superior of being understanding emptiness. So it is like a mother having the possibility to produce different children of different races. And so there's only one sort of possible door to achieve liberation.
지진 승에 아유 미신 어야 당원은 데레레 동반이 데라 체잔이 요말 동반이 메로 요는 잡아메로 요구래 취지된제 가자게 단에 니게 자와데 가자게 된제 인베서로 제거거는 가자게 된제 랑게 된데 동네 제고요래 이네 단제게 자와로 취지된제 소야요래 제 부모제 요거 드세들라 맞아요 요나 양레데 텔레양이 저인 소야데 품부된제 셰유선 마총바 가자데 데마지 메총시 비트인 소야르들 셰주도 요레데다 가리니면 오다 차도 돈이라래 소르지.
So His Honor said, like he said before, that there's the great seal, the Mahamudra, in context with the Sutrayana, that is only it refers to the emptiness, and so that is being done present in two different possible ways, with respect to a person and with respect to the phenomenon in general.
이내 신체의 소르부지 생비 모두 제로들라 신체 세월 현다 출루스게 지벌 대제로들라 다토는 공부출루 공토는 따와출루 니요.
So the same explanations then could have different names being given to the different schools. Sometimes the teaching on this subject is called introduction of one's mind, to introduce one's state of mind. So that refers also to the same subject of Mahamudra. And here, like he said before, there are two different possible ways. One is to search the proper meditation through one's proper view, and another one is to search the right view through one's proper meditation. So there are two sort of inter-divisions.
마란조 디전 동반ኛ 공기이나 돈이 코로나 리베 제바 제네라리나 셔마 공산에 답되어요. 다치 나지 공이 야고요. 단데 나지 공기네 야고듯이 대장 요래디요. 코로 고아지다 야고 고래. 대레데니 치 제와라. 냥치 지고래. 냥치 제와라. 도마 주슈그 츠데 라무초 동우래. 순데그 츠데라 자친 준데 동우래. 자신 준데 코란 당제 동우래. 자신 준데 동데나 하나 주스 진고래.
So the best way is to engage in meditation, then through applying one's reasonings, like the reasonings that one has already seen with respect to Lamrim. But if one then follows this traditional way, then that needs a lot of understanding and also a lot of preparation. For example, that one needs to, prior to the teaching, that one needs to recite the Guru Puja, complete the Guru Puja text, and as well as the prayers to the lineage gurus, and that is usually done with melodies. Chanting is done with melodies, and that alone will take about an hour.